and gentlemen, Army of Love.
Screwed up from the things I did.
We are the opening act for Arcade Fire.
The past will always haunt
Morning, Mr. Biggs. Thanks for the guitar. This thing is amazing.
Who's that?
Lieutenant upstairs.
You're writing a lot of songs?
I actually wrote a song yesterday.
You did?
It's about it not being easy growing up.
I hear your friend's got some sick skills.
Sure does.
I'm Gina.
Oh,
Do you know anything about the man who owned that tailor?
Vaughn Jackson, lead singer of Army of Love. Your sister, right? That him?
Do you believe in reincarnation?
What if we were all meant to be together? You, me, Vaughn, the band, just in a different way, in a different time. Is that so crazy?
You guys ready to meet your new frontman?
Oh my God. It's Army of Love.
You were meant to be a part of this family.
Where did you find this kid?
I didn't. He found me.
I see you met Oak.
Aren't you looking fine as hell?
You brown sugar piece of candy.
Hey guys, I'm Randy Unger, and this is a very special edition of Under the Radar, where we talk all things film. And right now, via Zoom, I have the wonderful cast of the new dramedy, Mighty Oak. And I have with me now Alexa PenaVega, Carlos PenaVega, and the great Tommy Ragen. But you guys are all great, so you're all great.
Well, come on. Tommy's extra special, though. For real. This kid's incredible.
Oh my God. You stole the show, my friend.
I really appreciate that.
So guys, I saw the movie the other day. I loved it. I think it might be one of my favorites of the year so far. And I just want to congratulate each and every one of you, because this is a job well done. This is a great film.
Thank you. Thank you so much. When we read the script, it was super, super special. And we have Tommy's dad to thank for all of this. He just, Frank, Frank came up with the story and everything, right?
No, well...
Kind of. I mean, it's a collaborative group, but your dad was he wanted to showcase your talents.
I'm gonna because
I tell me I'm wrong, Tommy.
Because this isn't nepotism in any way, because I had to audition and everything. So I'm just gonna explain it because I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea.
Okay.
Yeah. So my dad did have a part in the film, but what happened is that I was at a charity event and I was playing this original song called Chasing. And apparently a lot of people were telling my parents that they liked the song. So from that and seeing me perform, my dad had this idea for this film, for this idea this reincarnation and stuff. And and then later this writer and this director saw me and they're like, wow, I like this kid, and these are their words. These are, I'm not saying this about myself. But so pretty much my dad told them about this idea he had, and they're like, wow, that's cool. Originally I didn't just get the role, but the character was kind of based off me in the first place, and I had the music, but it wasn't the role wasn't given to me. I had to audition and everything. Obviously I had a little bit of a bigger chance because I wrote the music for the movie, so I had a little bit of a bigger, a private audition and stuff. So, yeah, so that was cool. So,
but this kid is so naturally talented, and I've said it before. When I think a lot of times, and maybe I think because of social media and the time that we're in, I feel like a lot of child actors, when they show up to sets, they have lost their innocence. So you kind of sense that when you watch them in a movie, and almost instead of living in the moment, a lot of kids, and I think we all do it, we're like judging our performance while we do it. And what's so special about Tommy is you have such this beautiful innocence still about you, but yet you're wise beyond your years. And to be able to bring that to this movie, like you have zero ego, zero, like you're just such a sweetie, and you're so organic. And to work with you, like it really felt like you were my kid. Those moments were so beautiful, and it's rare to find that, especially in kid actors nowadays. And you're just fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Totally agree with that. And obviously, all of you, you're big on music. When was the first time you were bitten by the music bug, Carlos?
First time I was bitten by the music bug. Actually, I was in middle school, and I heard the Honor Boys Choir sing. This is back in like Florida, and I fell. I mean, and it's like it was one of those typical choirs with boys who hadn't gone through puberty yet, so their voices were super high, and it was like whatever it was.
I don't even know the story.
I don't even know, but I was so enamored by it, and then that kind of just like started everything. And then from there, I learned about musical theater, and I was like, you can act and sing at the same time. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
All right, Alexa, how about you? I know you did a song for Spy Kids 2 and 3.
Oh my goodness. No, you know what? I think I don't know how to explain it. I love music, but I get very self-conscious when it comes to music. I've always felt really comfortable with acting just because that's what I grew up doing. Are you kidding me? I secretly wish I were like Shakira. I think it's awesome, but I definitely, it's like failure for me.
This girl was on Broadway, and she's like, I'm not a singer. I'm like, you lived out one of my dreams. You were on Broadway. So she's also being very honest. She's incredible.
Thank you, babe. I love you.
Nice. Now, Tommy, obviously you're the youngest cast member. What was it hard to relate to the other actors?
No, because pretty much all my life, all I've been around, like 80% of the people that I've hanged around, like not even including my parents, are probably adults. I mean, at least for the past few years. And I've just like I've always just hung around adults, and it starts to like. I mean, I'm still like fun and stuff, but I'm not like. I'm not saying all adults aren't fun, but I'm just saying like not like a kid who wants to like go run around outside all the time. But like I still do that and stuff. But like I feel like I've always just kind of been used to hanging out with adults and stuff. And Carlos and Alexa, I never really felt like intimidated or like it wasn't really like that much different than just being around anyone, because they were so like humble and nice and supportive and like helpful, like even with like acting or helping me with stuff.
Okay. And I'm assuming that things were pretty light and fun on set. Was there like camaraderie on set, Alexa?
Oh, what was fantastic about this movie was it was a labor of love for everyone. I know a lot of times they think of these Hollywood movies with like these big budgets and beautiful mega trailers and whatnot. But this was just a team of people who wanted to make a really positive, awesome movie, and we were all in it together. So I would say that this was complete teamwork, and everyone gave it their all. There were no egos on set, and I mean, yeah, there were no fancy trailers. Like we were just going from scene to scene trying to get this small movie made, and I think it's going to be really impactful.
I think I wore the same socks the entire movie, and I don't know if they were washed, but you know what? It was part of the characters.
But that's what makes it even better. Like the fact that everybody was so in it. Some people were there, they were not getting paid, but they were there because they wanted to just make a really cool movie. And I'm all about that. I love it.
Nice. How long did the film take to shoot?
Is it 3 weeks?
2 weeks. No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Wow. Oh my, that's impressive. Wow.
Yeah. So now you get like, we were just no joke nonstop. And remember, most of my scenes were in a bed. So for these guys, they were hustling all over the place.
And the coolest part is that we all stayed in the
same like hotel.
The same hotel or area. So we were. It was kind of like summer camp, like everyone was hanging out together, and it was like, okay, cool, we're all going to the set to go shoot. Then we come back and have lunch, and it was really fun.
Oh my god. And so yeah, I'm sure a lot of fun was had on set, but. For each of you, what were some of the bigger challenges that you guys faced on set? Tommy?
Nothing. And I'm not even like trying to be positive or anything. Like literally nothing.
Nice.
Like I mean, I guess like I had long days and stuff, but like that's not even like a problem because it was so fun. And also like them saying like, oh my gosh, like we had to work especially like hard, like hearing like Janelle and everyone say, yeah, I'm like, you know, like this is my first movie, so it was like I mean, but like I thought like every single day it was like 12-hour days, and that they were all shot in 14 days, but like I still had fun. Like I know everyone did, but like I just felt like, you know, working hard or like not like or having more time to shoot. I just feel like even though it might have been like longer days and stuff, it was like really fun the whole time.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Keep that sense of optimism because that's great.
That. You need to keep that for sure.
That's awesome. Alexa, were there any challenges for you?
You know what? I was super fortunate just because, like I said, I wasn't in it the way that the rest of the team was. I know one of more of like a filmmaker challenge was that like they didn't shut down the coffee shop that they were all working in, so it was still operating. So basically, in the middle of a scene, they'd still have people walking in and out buying coffee while they're rolling and shooting a scene. So from like a filmmaking standpoint, they still made it work. And I'm sure that those were challenges for them, but they never let it weigh on us. They never let it weigh on any of the team. Again, it's like when you're in it together and you want to make it work, you do have this optimism and positivity that just kind of runs through the entire set.
Can I say something actually about that?
Sure.
That was actually their choice because they wanted to keep it as intimate and real as possible. Like they're like, hey, we're going to close it right when you're shooting. And they're like, no, keep it open. Which is weird because it did give us more of a challenge, but it also like keep the realism, and I don't know if that's a word, but like the realness of like the OE in the city, you know, all
That's so cool. That's so cool that they kept it up, that coffee shop open. I did not know that.
Oh yeah, I mean we'd be in the middle of a scene by the cash register, and someone would come up and be like, "Can I get a cappuccino?" And we're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, we're filming."
Like I'm not a real person.
I'm not the real guy. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, that's funny. Carlos, any challenges for you?
You know, I think you know, being on set and having my wife there and our
that was the biggest challenge. Having your wife there.
Our 2-year-old was also there, and she was pregnant. So I think it was just kind of balancing everything out because they were long days, and the days that Alexa wasn't working, she was there, and she had the kid, and then she was pregnant. So it was just, you know, for me, I think just as a father, making sure that everybody was happy. But the production, I mean, look, we've done a lot of different productions, and some of them are very accommodating, and some of them aren't. And these guys were above and beyond. And I mean,
there were no issues.
Sean McNamara, we've worked with him a handful of times, and when he calls and he has a project and he wants you to get involved, you know it's the real deal because, you know,
he's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
And I'm curious, you kind of touched on it, but being a married couple, what is that kind of work relationship like?
Well, we love it. I mean, it makes it super easy to, you know, bring the whole family, because regardless if it was just me in it or just her, the whole family would come. So, you know, when both of us get to work, it's really fun.
We also know each other's limits, right?
Yeah.
So we know, like, it's great because I'll do a take or Carlos will do a take and he goes,
I'll tell her.
You need another one.
I'm like, I think you can do better.
Yeah, but that's fantastic because we're able to elevate each other, and that's not something someone else will know. I mean, even a director who you love, and like, they only know your limits to a certain degree, whereas my husband knows me in and out, and he knows what I'm capable of, and vice versa. So I really do feel like we elevate each other.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Tommy, any special memories? One moment from production that just stuck with you, that this is totally amazing. What was that moment for you?
I felt like the whole, like, I know this sounds weird because I'm trying to, like, but like every single thing, they were all like so perfect. It felt like, I'll try to think, but like, There's not really one thing that stuck. It was like I remember like pretty much every single thing, but maybe like oh yeah, I remember. So there's this crew member named AJ who's like the nicest guy ever, and he's so fun to hang out with and like talk to, and like we still talk like after the movie and stuff. Like he's really awesome, and like my friend was also got casted in the movie and stuff. So we were just there like waiting and stuff. It was like later in the day while other people were filming for like hours, and we were just like talking and just like relating about stuff and like having fun and like like because it was so cool, and it reminded me of like how pure this film is and like how incredible it is.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
And now, is this making you want to pursue acting more, or are you going to stick with the music, or kind of just balance both?
I want to do both. I think that like acting, movies are something that like I feel like all actors have other hobbies. I mean, music isn't more. I mean, music is like acting and music. They're both like equally, but like I feel like all actors like have like other hobbies and other things like in between, because like I guess there are certain times where like you could have back on back movies, but like there's always times where you're just kind of chilling. So like I don't want to do like movies like back on back, but like I really love doing them, maybe like a few movies a year or something, or like I don't know, because I also want to have time to like make music and make albums, but at the same time I always love filming and stuff. It's so awesome.
Nice. Cool. And Alexa and Carlos, I believe acting is your first love, so are you just going to pursue that more, or are you going to kind of dive back into the music scene yourself? What's that going to be like?
I don't know. I mean, I had a band back in the day called Big Time Rush, and that was a lot of fun. So I mean, the music and the performing aspect is rooted deep inside of me, and I would love to do it again. But in terms of like at the current stage, I think right now we're focusing on acting and our family, and
yeah.
But now with the current stage of the world, who knows if who knows when we'll be back on set or anything. So I think we're just right now focusing on family time and making sure that we're all good, and
And you're touching on something very sensitive and timely, obviously the pandemic. As artists, how are you guys putting your art out there?
You know what? I think right now, because everything that's been going on worldwide, I mean, the number of things, I feel like this is kind of a time for everybody to just step back and spend time with your family, reevaluate and process like what is most important in your lives. Right. So we've just kind of been like, Carlos is still writing music here. He's still being able to be creative in that way. We're finding other fun creative outlets just here on island, but it doesn't necessarily, like, we love acting, we love the arts, but it's not our end all be all. I think that's something that changes when you become parents. Your kids are your work of art in a way. And I know that sounds cheesy, but they're the most incredible things that you could ever ask for. So we've just been super focused on pouring into them during this season and kind of just really rooting our family right now.
That's awesome. Tommy, how are you dealing with the pandemic and everything? You guys are safe over there and playing your music, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I agree with Alexa and Carlos. Like, I think everyone, like, I feel like the best thing is for everyone to just like kind of chill out and educate themselves. And I mean, obviously, like, you can do whatever, like, they can do whatever they want. Like, I support, protesting and stuff, but like, I mean, I feel weird even like talking about anything besides what's going on right now because it's so important. But I think that, the movie is something that, I mean, it's a big opportunity. And also, I think that, like, people need entertainment right now. I don't know enough to really talk about it too much. I don't really, like, I don't know if I want to get into that too much. But, like, when it comes to, like, the pandemic and, like, quarantine, I think that it's just good for everyone to just be with their families and have fun and just try to stay active and, like, not just sit in their room and, like, be depressed and stuff. Like,
are you lifting weights, Tommy?
What?
I said, are you lifting weights? Are you working out in your room?
Oh yeah, I have a 200-pound weight in my room.
Well, I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you.
Cool. Getting buffed. All right.
Um, 200, 200 pounds, yeah.
All
Easy.
right.
Light work, yeah.
Light work, man.
Nice. Nice. And so, yeah, I mean, with everything that's going on right now, and we need film more than ever right now.
Yeah.
I know that that Mighty Oak is going to be released in select drive-ins across the country.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that? Like, they're bringing back drive-ins. That's insane.
I mean, are you kidding me? To me, I love it. Like, ever since I was little, I remember watching Grease, which is weird now that I think that I was watching Grease at such a young age. But I just remember being like, man, I wish that we had drive-ins. And my Nana would say that, like, that's how she would go watch movies, and that they still had a few across the country. But but now more than ever, it's very timely to have drive-ins, but also how fun. Like, what a cool experience to be able, I know it's not quite the big cinematic experience that you have while going to like the ArcLight or something, something like that. But I think it's just fun. It's like a fun family adventure, especially with this kind of movie.
I know, I love it. Just to be outside on a beautiful evening, watching a great movie like this. I mean, what can be better?
Yeah.
Come on now, thanks.
Sure. So this is for each of you. What do you hope the audiences take away from Mighty Oak? Tommy.
The audience takeaway, like, I mean, I guess one thing is that, like, you don't have to be, like, be related to each other to, like, be family and stuff. Maybe, like, I mean, I feel like I kind of forgot, but that's, like, one thing. I mean, I have other things, like, takeaways, but, like, I can't really think of them right now, so yeah, that's my answer.
All right, that's cool. No, you hit something like the nail on the head. You don't have to be related to be family, and that says it all right there. Alexa, Carlos, what do you hope audiences take away from the film?
I think hope is a key word.
Yep.
I think Tommy's character brought a lot of hope into this community,
into all of their lives.
Yeah, they were all kind of in a place of like, what's next? Like, what do we do? Like, I don't know.
Stagnant.
Yeah, and it's crazy that this little kid comes in and just inspires hope. I said this the other day. It's amazing to me that we all get caught up in our own worlds. Like back when I was doing Big Time Rush, we'd perform in front of, like, our biggest show was like 75,000 people, and to me, like, that was like success. Like, we did it, right? 75,000 people, yes. So anything less, now my like expectation, is different, right? So then you have this movie and this small little community, this small little band of these like old friends get together and they get to perform in this. I mean, how many are in the 100 people, 200 people? But this meant so much to them, and it was everything. It was everything. And to me, to kind of live in that moment, I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Like back in the day when I was doing high school plays, that meant the world to me. Like if I didn't get a lead in the play, my life was over. Like I might as well just be done, right?
Oh.
Wow.
No, but like, so many things are important to so many different people, and I think
in the season that they're in.
Right, and I think stepping back and seeing that, especially in the world that we're living right now, seeing, okay, cool, listen, I may not understand why this is important to you, but I'm going to step back and try to understand. I think that's super important just for everyone.
This movie, I think, is hope in a small package.
Ooh.
And that's
I like it. And you know what?
I love that.
This is something that I took off of the press release. As audiences dial into this awe-inspiring film, we will unite our stories of strength, hope, compassion, and survival throughout social media, uniting each hashtag Mighty Oak moment we have experienced. So yeah, this is a truly positive film. It's wonderful, and I hope everyone goes sees it.
Yes.
Thank you. I hope so too.
Yeah. So guys, are there any other projects that you're currently working on that you can talk about now, or?
We have a couple projects coming up, but everything is
Everything
currently
is on pause.
Yeah. No, I know.
We were supposed to have filmed, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon. But
Yeah, we have,
2 projects with Hallmark.
we do have a Hallmark mystery franchise with them, and one of the movies is coming out in
I forgot.
August.
It is coming out in August. Okay,
Yeah.
so we did one.
Yeah. One is coming out.
But 2
Cool.
more
August.
still to be filmed.
Alrighty. Tommy, anything you're working on? You can talk about.
I have a few projects that are that I'm planning to do, but I can't really speak on that. So
That's fine. Well, maybe next time I have you on, you can talk more about that.
yes. Definitely.
But guys, I just want to say I want to say thank you for your time today, and I want you all to be safe with your family and friends during this crazy time. And just thank you so much for your time today.
You too. Randy, thank you
Yeah,
so
dude.
much.
And thank you so much for taking the time, man.
Sure, guys. All right, so Mighty Oak, it's wonderful. Go see it. I'm Randy Unger. This is Under the Radar. Thanks for watching.
And follow me on Instagram.
There you go.
Get it, Tommy. Get it.
Nice. Thanks, guys.